Did this mom murder her 4-year-old son?
It's about more than getting the job done.
On March 27th,
Let me see, hold on.
You used to want to be together in college.
This is already crazy.
What?
4 years old.
Where's this coming from?
Let's see.
2024, officers from several agencies in the state of Washington would be alerted about a child who went missing under suspicious circumstances. Family members of 4-year-old Ariel Garcia notified officials of their concerns. He was last known to be with his mother,
Let me see, where was this at? Let me see.
2024, officers from several agencies in the state of Washington would be alerted about a child who went missing under suspicious circumstances. Family members of 4-year-old Ariel Garcia notified officials of their concerns. He was last known to be with his mother, Janet Garcia. In an affidavit,
Yeah, she looked like one. She killed him. She did it.
but Ariel's grandmother shared Janet's behavior had become, quote, very violent and unpredictable. She was obviously concerned for her grandchild's safety. Through investigative work, officers discovered Janet was last seen leaving her apartment at 7 a.m. that morning. In the midst of tracking her location down, officers would just so happen to receive a call from an alcohol rehabilitation center. Just 3 hours after the missing child report was put in place, officers from the Clark County Sheriff's Office met Janet at the rehab center.
Real quick. So the missing child thing was put in and she left. Let me see something.
Investigative work, officers discovered Janet was last seen leaving her apartment at 7 a.m. that morning. In the midst of tracking her location down, officers would just so happen to receive a call from an alcohol rehabilitation center. Just 3 hours after the missing child report was put in place, officers from the Clark County Sheriff's Office met Janet at the rehab center and pulled her out of the building to question her about her son's whereabouts.
How you doing? Yeah. It's okay? Yeah, sure. Nothing on you? No. Okay.
You guys give us some privacy.
Can I just speak and make, you don't need to reach in notice?
You know why we're here.
Are you okay if I open the zipper?
Why? Why are you guys here?
Can I
going on today?
Can I open
You
the
know
zipper?
why
Just
they're
checking
here.
it. Thank you. I just want to make sure before.
What's going on today
okay.
with you? And like, sounds like the cops have been talking to you already.
Yeah. So I
You got some blood drops on your shoes.
Yeah.
Look, she already got blood on her shoes. She just killed this 4-year-old boy. She's sick. She need to be under the jail.
So my son fell this morning earlier.
Oh no.
Yeah, so, but
Fell.
I was able to take him to the doctors and everything was okay. I took him to with another lady so she can watch him for me because I wasn't staying at home. I had problems going on with my
She's talking too fast, stuttering. Yeah, she's lying.
parents and they didn't let me in the house. So I was staying with another lady. She was
Anytime somebody say they lying.
super sweet. That's where my son fell. And then, but we left, so I was like, okay, you know. So I went to another lady's house, and I told her if she could watch him for me. I wanted to come get, you know, I wanted to fully recover. I'm an alcoholic, so I was like, if you can watch him for me.
She didn't even had a kid. She having all these different people watch her kids, and she done got out the rehab center. She didn't even had a kid.
Her neighbor down the street had a kid.
12 months, that'd be amazing because I'm not talking to my mom, and she's the one that has like just like a notarized paper saying that she has legal custody of them, but I have legal custody of them. She's not letting me see my older son, so I'm a little
That would be really hard.
yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that
Yeah.
one.
News reports shared that Janet's own mother, Maria, had filed for legal guardianship of both Ariel and his 7-year-old brother only 2 days prior on March 20.
The mom already knows this shit about to happen. Sad.
5th. Sources share that Janet, Maria, and Janet's 2 sons all lived in an apartment together. An affidavit shares that Maria accused Janet of taking Ariel with her to go drinking at a bar while out with friends, and that he...
Oh my God. Took the little 4-year-old to a bar while she was drinking with her friends. Yeah, she don't need to be having no kids, buddy.
had no shoes and was not dressed appropriately for cold weather conditions. She said Janet would also leave both her sons unsupervised for long periods of time without food. Janet had also allegedly violently thrown Ariel's older brother against a wall, physically abusing them. Janet's mother also specifically cited her drug and alcohol abuse as a problem. In addition to filing for legal guardianship,
How has she not been got her kids taken away? She's slamming the little boy up, 7 years old, taking him to bar. She should been got the kids taken away.
Maria also filed for a restraining order against Janet, prohibiting her from being within 100 feet of Ariel and his brother. The court then granted an emergency guardianship the day prior to this footage on March 26th. A court date was scheduled for March 29th to go over the conditions of the guardianship and the restraining order. It's likely that this situation is heavily affecting Janet's actions.
So I'm here now and everything's okay.
Okay.
So I don't know what else.
Well, we want to make sure that he's safe and know where he is. Who's the friend that you left him with?
I left him with another lady.
She don't even know who she left him with. Oh my God.
That's not gonna cut it. We gotta figure out where he's
she
at.
don't got no information. She don't know who she left the kid with. She know where the fuck that boy. She done did something sinister to the boy.
Can you tell me the location where somebody could go and check on him and make sure he's okay?
In SeaTac area.
Okay.
Seattle.
More specific?
I don't have an address.
Nothing.
She don't got an address or
Who's
nothing.
the friend? How do you know the person
This bitch
that?
done
How did you
killed her
pick the
damn
person?
She's a
that you-
longtime friend that I know.
Okay, what's her name?
Alika. That's all I know. Alika Bone.
Alika Bone. Mm-hmm. Okay, and you've known her.
Number or anything?
Okay, but you've known her for a long time. So how did you reach out to her?
So I reached out to her because I needed help.
How did you reach out to her?
I found her number on my old Facebook, but I no longer have a Facebook anymore.
Okay.
So how she find a number on the old Facebook and then she don't got a Facebook no more? So she just deleted her Facebook? It don't make no sense.
No.
No, you just deleted it all.
I delete it all the time. So
Yeah, you found it today on your old Facebook,
all the time.
and her name is
Alika Bone.
Alika Bone, like Bone.
Note Janet's confirmation of her friend's name, Alika Bone, spelled Bone.
Okay, and she lives in the SeaTac area. So you drove him from the first house you were at to her house, or the doctor first. Mm-hmm. What doctor did you take him to?
Swedish, and that's it.
Swedish where?
Or I think it's Providence, actually. Providence in Everett.
In Everett? Providence?
Okay. You understand we just need to make sure that he's okay, and then
Yeah.
Her
Well, you just
body
see-
language is already off. She just looking around. She too calm. This how you know she done did the shit.
that, and then we can leave you be, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So how do we find Alika?
I don't know.
Can you describe to me how you got there from Providence?
So I just drove from there to Seattle, and then that's it.
You drove from Providence to Seattle
Seattle,
to Alika's house?
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive on the freeway or? Mm-hmm. Okay. How long did it take you to get there?
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. And what car were you driving?
My car. So just like 1 hour or so.
And what kind of car do you have?
I dare
So
you
to
to
take
let
2
me
hours to
build
get
you
there,
a
but
completely
she made it
free
in an hour.
e-commerce store.
I have a Nissan.
Okay. Where's that car now?
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
Now she don't got the car. Oh my
I
God.
left it at her house, and then I came over here
I know
on the
what she
bus.
done deal with it. I'm telling you what she done deal with it. She done hid it somewhere. Probably ran into a river.
Evidence discovered later would suggest Janet did not take the bus to get there.
Look at
Instead,
it.
security footage shows that she parked her vehicle down the street from the alcohol rehab center, ironically parking it at a bar, roughly 3 hours before the police began questioning.
She is retarded. If she do something like this and then she go park the car down the street from where she at and not get rid of it, she's retarded. And golly.
Questioning her. About a minute after parking, she exits her vehicle and walks towards the rehab center. It's worth noting that the
What, she thought the cops wasn't gonna look for the car, wasn't gonna pull the cameras and see she parked down the goddamn street? Goofy.
rehab center is an over 2-hour car ride away from her supposed friend's house in SeaTac. Taking the bus, especially if it was a last-minute trip, is highly unlikely. All trips we could find wouldn't have even dropped her off until after 6:30 in the afternoon, as the routes that leave in the late morning can't bring her there any earlier. The closest bus stop to the rehab center is over a mile walk away as well. Only if she was running would she have arrived before police began to question her.
Do you remember what exit you took?
I don't know.
Janet takes a seemingly relaxed big yawn
That's
here.
how you know. She like, oh my God, they on my ass right now.
Despite talking to police about her son's whereabouts.
Jeanette. Okay, Jeanette. You're not
lying.
She might be high
you
right
have a
now.
longtime friend that you reach out to leave your son with,
son.
who you obviously care about very
Of
much.
course, I love him with all my
yes,
heart.
and you're expressing.
She loved her kid, but she just killed her kid. I don't even know what she done to the little boy yet, but I know it's probably some messed up stuff.
How upset you are about what's going on between you and your mom and the custody of him and your older son. Like, that's horrible. So,
And she doing all this because she fucking up, and she got to go to court, and she taking it out on the kid. Why would you do that? That's your fault, not the kids. So why would you sit there and take the kid's life?
I know that you're not going to go leave your son with somebody and you don't know where he is.
Yeah, no.
So you do know where he is.
No, I know where he is. I know where he's at.
Tell me where he's at.
I don't have the address for him.
Okay, how can we find the address for him?
See, that would have pissed me off as a cop. She keeps saying she know where he is. She know where she dropped him off, but she don't got the address for it. That would have pissed me off right there.
I don't know.
Did you put it in your phone
Cause she's sitting there playing dumb.
No.
to get there? Okay, Alika, you know where your son is because you're a mom who loves her son very much, and you didn't.
I'm not Alika. I'm Jeanette.
I'm sorry, Jeanette.
Yeah.
Alika, you took him somewhere, and you're gonna go back to him, and you know where he is. So tell me where he's at, so we can make sure that he's okay or what's going on.
So he's not. I mean, he's there. He's with her. But
tell
he's
me
not
how
with
to
me.
go check on him.
I can give you an address.
Okay, what's the address?
I don't know. You have to write it down.
Okay, I can do that.
Do you have a phone number for it too?
I don't.
Okay.
They need to take that phone, get a search warrant, and see where all she been.
Don't have a phone number for her, but
When he fell, where'd he get hurt?
just he on his head. But he fell on the ground and he hurt himself.
Heads are the worst. Dude.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find. I
Yeah,
don't
she probably
even.
done hit that little boy upside the
your son?
head with something, killed him.
He is 5.
Janet says her son is 5, but according to news reports, he was 4 years old when this video was taken.
Then she don't even know how old her goddamn son is. Please, take her to jail. Don't let her out. She shouldn't ever have kids again.
So I don't know if this is the right one.
The address Janet supplies, which we are keeping private for the homeowner's sake as they may not even be involved, is nowhere near the SeaTac area as she claims. The address she shares is roughly a 30-minute drive away from that area.
Hold on, let me see real quick. Address, this is the address she gave the police. Okay. Where Janet claims she left. This is where she claims she left the little boy over here. But this is the address she gave him. Janet alleged apartment, and this her apartment. So she had to travel a good little minute. If she came from all the way from her apartment, then went all the way down here, which she's lying, but I'm just saying, if she had to travel a good little minute, go all the way down here, and yeah, she's lying. This ain't adding up.
Seattle, Washington.
Where did you get that address from? Just now.
From the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that.
Oh my God. Bitch just said she got the address from the top of her head. She take her to jail.
That's where you remember leaving him.
So yeah, Alika.
That's
And
Alika? Mm-hmm. How do you spell that?
Alica. Last name is Bonn.
Bonn?
Yeah. Bone.
She seems to remember a different spelling of her friend's last name, contradicting her previous confirmation from before.
She said,
So,
she
and
spell it
if you guys
B-O-
can't find him-
she spelled
In her
it
previous
B-O-N-N.
She seems to remember a different spelling of
Ca. Last name is Bonn.
Bonn?
Yeah. Bone.
She seems to remember a
N's
different
on it. It
spelling of
was
her friend's
Bone.
last name, contradicting
Not
her
Bond.
previous confirmation from before.
So and if you guys can't find him or whatever, this is where I'm going to be for the next 12 months. But I mean, he's there.
They check in.
How did you guys discuss?
And she like not even where she like. So basically, she at this she just turned herself into a rehab. She killed him, turned herself into a rehab. Then she's telling the cops, if y'all can't find him for the next 12 months, well, this is where I'll be at. What the fuck do you mean? You know, gotta know where you dropped your goddamn kid off at.
Guess that you're obviously gonna communicate with him still. You want to check on him,
Right.
and all that. How are you guys gonna communicate?
Well, I'm not gonna have my. I'm not gonna use my phone because
Okay.
I'm gonna be here for the next 12 months.
Okay.
So if anything, I don't know what else.
Okay.
What?
You didn't discuss that.
You
with
don't
anything
know.
before you left?
Yes, I discussed with her.
Oh
I'm gonna be
my
here
God.
for 12 months.
Just when I thought I ain't seen it all. I guess I ain't seen it all. Cause it's some crazy people.
And then
But she's not
and
even
then, but
making
before
sense
that,
right now.
like
This is
I don't
obvious
speak to my
she's done
parents or
killed
anything
her
like that
kid.
because we got into an altercation. So, but this is where I'm gonna be.
Okay. You can gonna give him that address.
Yeah.
And then
If I was in rehab, I wouldn't even let her ass in the rehab. She done killed the 4-year-old kid. I don't know, man.
tell me about your alcoholism. How long have you been dealing with that?
I've been drinking alcohol.
Or if you don't mind telling me, you don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to tell me.
okay.
It's not
I've been
my
here.
business,
This
but-
is like my third. Okay, I've been here like this is like my third year here.
Okay.
So I did 11 months in recovery because I was never like an alcoholic. I was more like of a drug user. So the only drug I ever used was meth.
Yeah.
And I used it for roughly like 4 to 5 years.
Okay.
I came to finally get clean on and off,
Yeah.
right? I
It would probably happen. She probably relapsed, start tripping out, and then killed the kid, and then start feeling sorry, and thought if she go back to rehab, it would look like she ain't do nothing wrong. Nah, buddy, you going to jail.
I tried it one time and then years passed and then I do it again and then
Right.
years passed. This is my third year clean. I started drinking a lot because I was like, okay, I'm not a drinker. I was a
You
drug
use
user.
drugs, so
Right.
alcohol is okay.
So
Yeah.
alcohol's fine. I'm like, it's a socialized thing
Sure.
that everybody does. I'm
Yeah.
going to go out, I'm going to have dinner, I'm going to do this. Well, I drank to the point where I can drink a whole bottle of just like liquor. So I'm like,
That's
now I'm an
yeah.
alcoholic.
Gotcha.
So I started to have all kinds of problems and then now I'm back here hoping I can get clean again. It just depends.
Well, I'm glad you're in a space where you feel
Hope you
safe,
get
that you feel like
clean.
that can.
You about to go somewhere where you gonna get real clean, buddy. Well, I can't even say that because they got drugs up in there too. So.
Work for you. I hope it does.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Well, I just want to figure out where your son is. Obviously, there was some concerns, and once we
Yeah.
can do that,
It's like this conversation not going nowhere because she's just gonna keep saying she don't know where the address is. So they just gonna have to go do some work and find the kid.
his injury was pretty bad. Yeah, was there quite a bit of blood and stuff? What did he do?
He jumped from the bed that we were sleeping on to the ground, and then he just got blood on his head, and so I had him taken to the doctor, and so he's doing good.
Okay.
Ha!
Okay.
Well, I can see.
What did he hit it
Okay.
on?
He
Just
had
on the
to hit
ground.
him.
Okay. How did it start bleeding?
It's just started bleeding.
Can you show me like what side of his head? Do you remember what side of his head it was?
I don't remember exactly what side of the head it was, but it's starting to rain a little bit.
Yeah. This.
Today, every business needs a website. Unless this is what your business looks like.
Okay. So you don't. What time did it occur today?
Just like early, like at 10, 11.
So how long were you guys at the hospital?
We were only there for a little bit. I don't even think he got checked. We got there and
She probably didn't even go to the hospital either. She's just saying that.
but I didn't wait enough for him to get checked out. So
So he didn't actually go back and get checked. Gotcha. Did you actually go inside and check him in? Okay. And then did you tell him you were leaving, or did you did? Okay. You just said he's not going to be seen and left.
Yeah,
Okay. And how is he acting?
he's okay.
Yeah.
What happened to him when he fell?
Nothing. He just cried.
Just cried? Just
Just like, just like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to
I
sit
can see
down?
the
I can put you just.
frustration in a cop's face. Like, man, this is sick.
I can leave the door open. You can sit right there, so you're out of the
so you
range.
know, you're dead.
Go ahead, put her in there. She's going with you.
You think we need to go to the hospital?
Because he was bleeding from his head, so that's
okay.
why.
Yeah.
How is the bed, though? It had to be if he bleeds from his head, she's fine.
And you can stay dry.
You fall off the bed, I expect.
Well, that's scary. He's 4.
I mean, I can see your head bleeding. but
Janet
you gotta
confirms
hit
his
him
age of
something.
4, even though
Even
she
the
said he
floor,
was
you might
5
end up with a
earlier.
knot.
Do you know how long you were
I
at the
done hit my head
hospital
on-
for?
Fell off the bed, hit my head.
I was only there for a little bit of time again. I didn't want to wait, so I was like, let's go.
Can you describe to me what that Providence looks
A
like?
weight bench fell on my head before and it still didn't bleed, so I find that kind of hard to believe.
Do you know what road it's on? Did you park in the emergency room parking lot, or?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Or was there a
She
parking
ain't go to the
garage or
hospital.
anything?
I don't remember at the top of my head.
Okay. Do you remember when you walked in? Like, can you describe to me when you walked in what it looked like?
Just the hospital. Just the hospital.
Okay. But
Just
can
the
you describe,
hospital.
like, when you walk in the door, where was the check-in?
In the front, I walked in, as soon as I walked in, the front desk was checked in right there. And I said my son had to be seen for something. And then his name and everything.
Okay.
And that's
You're
it.
going like this, so you wrote it down, or was there like a check-in thing? Or
There was a check, all right, but I think they checked me in. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
so you didn't write anything on there? Okay. Have you been there before?
No.
No, that was your first time.
That was my first time.
When you checked into the desk, was it just an open desk, or
Just an open
was
desk.
it behind a wall? Did they have like a glass wall, or?
Just an open desk.
Okay. Was there a lot of people in there? Yeah. That's why you didn't want to wait, because it was too long. Do you think he needed
she ain't
stitches or
wanna
anything?
wait.
No, he's fine.
Okay, you didn't remember where his injury was?
Where's this little baby at, man?
Is it front, side, back? Do you remember?
It's the side. It was the side.
Definitely one of the sides that you
So
recall?
the front, yeah.
Okay, front. You're kind of pointing above the eyebrow. You contacted your friend through Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I got her information through Facebook.
Oh, okay. And then, what information did you get?
Look, I'm about to tell you why. You could see the guilt on her face when she like, I got it for Facebook. Watch.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Look at her face. She
Or I
like,
got her
just did-
information through Facebook.
She's like, I did something
okay.
so sick.
And then, what information did you get?
Just her number, and then I went to her house and dropped off my kid there, and then now I'm here.
Okay. You got like her phone number? Okay. And did you call her from your phone?
From my phone.
Okay, the one that's in your purse there, you called her from? Okay.
I think I erased it though, but I have her number.
At this point, there are multiple definitive pieces of information that Janet didn't remember or simply didn't have access to that she miraculously remembers or discovers in her phone. Who she left her son with being one, where she left him being another, where his injury discovers in her phone. Who she left her son with being one, as to that she miraculously remembers or discovers in her phone. Who she left her son with being one,
My
as
bad,
to
hold
that
on. That Janet didn't remember or simply didn't have access to, that she miraculously remembers in her phone. So she automatically, yeah, but I can't. My grandma all messed up. She just remembered it out of the blue.
she miraculously remembers or discovers in her phone. Who she left her son with being one, where she left him being another, where his injury was on his head. And now she claims to have her friend's number even though she said she deleted her Facebook and phone records.
I don't know if you guys want to call her, but I don't think she's going to answer anymore.
In searching the phone number that Janet provided, we discovered it is sourced from Alhambra in California, which is just south of Pasadena. No records of who might own this phone number were available online at the time of editing this video, but we are keeping it private. It is unknown if this was another thing that Janet has pulled out the top of her head.
I don't think she's going to answer.
How come? What makes you think that?
Because I don't know if she's still going to be there.
Did you send her any text messages?
No.
Okay. Do you remember what your son was wearing today when you took him to the hospital?
Pajamas, blue pajamas.
Pooh? Like Winnie the
Look at her
Pooh?
smile.
Just regular blue pajamas.
Oh, blue. Can I ask who you're messaging with?
Yeah, my sister, I was just talking to her about her flying out here.
Oh, nice. Where does she live?
She worried about her sister flying out here and her son is missing. And she worried about her goddamn sister flying out. Oh my God.
California.
This video irritating.
In Pasadena?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to move over there.
I bet it's nice and sunny down there right now.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I might just take her phone. She's got some specs on her shirt. She's got
Yeah,
shoes.
take her. I don't know why they ain't do that from the beginning. They should have had the search warrant when they came with her. Like, we need the phone. We need to go through that because she got blood on her shirt and shoes.
If you guys don't, locate my son, what's going to happen?
She ain't cried or not showed not one emotion this whole time.
That's what we're working on at the moment.
Why do you think they wouldn't be able to locate him? I mean, if you got the address to where he'd be.
Because
She thinks she finna outsmart the cops by asking little slick questions. You can't outsmart the cops, buddy. Like, if y'all can't find them, what's gonna happen? That's making you look suspicious. This is your son, and you not even having no care in the world for him.
Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you guys are not able to find him, like, what can happen?
What it's looking like right now is that we're gonna need to stay with you until we find him, because it sounds like you said you know where he is, you know where you left him,
Right.
so it shouldn't be an issue, right? Should be able to
She
locate
didn't
him.
have her story straight from the beginning. She's cooked.
Okay, so that's what we just need to stay with you until we locate him.
Okay.
I have another favor though to ask.
Yes.
Because it's raining and it's cold and I'm shivering, and we're gonna be with you, I think, for a little bit. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
We're gonna be with you for a little
need
bit.
that phone.
Would you mind? We have a precinct right up the road. It's comfortable and dry that we can all sit in so we can chat. So we're all out of the rain. Would that be okay?
Where is it?
It's just right down by the fairgrounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just on 179th.
Yeah.
And then we can give you a ride back and all of that if that's okay. with you.
Can I get a coffee from here before we go?
We got coffee there.
We have coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, we got coffee.
We can give you coffee.
Somebody
Can you
can't
grab
she
that
get a
seatbelt
coffee
around your
before she
backside?
goes?
And that way we can all be dry and comfortable and sit. And you
She
can
was
get some
trying to put.
coffee.
Look. She told I said she get a coffee before she go. She was trying to go back in there and put that phone up so they couldn't get that phone from her. She's not slick.
Hey, thank you. I
It's
appreciate
too
it.
late.
Absolutely.
Phones getting
I can
taken
stop
from
and get
her.
her a coffee or something.
The male officer appears to drive Janet to the station. Although there is some interrogation footage we will break down later on, it appears
why
there is
she
no
thought she was
footage
that
covering
slick.
their journey to the station. The female officer stays behind to investigate the area.
I need everybody out of here. There's no like ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're investigating a crime right now.
She evacuates and searches the rehab building, but discovers nothing of significance. She also questions others on site who may have interacted with Janet.
That's the undercover right there. She pulled in quick, too.
You know her, so did you chat with her today or anything?
Just when I pulled up, I saw her,
Okay.
and I said, "What are you doing back?" And she said she's trying to get sober again. She cut her hair like Britney Spears. She had really long hair.
Oh, she used to have really long
Oh
hair.
yeah.
Maria's filing for legal guardianship also cited Janet recently shaved her head and that she was becoming more, quote, erratic.
Okay.
And she just kind of looked washed up, you know. And I said, well, you know, be good and listen. That's what I told her. In the fall, last fall, she was here.
Okay.
She's been here like 4 or 5 times. You know,
Okay,
she's just,
but not since like last fall.
no, I don't know how she showed up. You said that she might have took an Uber or something?
Yeah, and then they came, and then she hid. So,
But you didn't see no car drop her off or anything?
no, she got dropped off up there.
When you say they, you mean us?
Yeah,
Oh.
I came earlier.
Okay. You saw her. Oh yeah, when they were up here earlier. She hid from them.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
100% positive she
Okay.
got
She
dropped.
hid
Yeah,
from
when they were up here earlier. She hid from them.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
100% positive she
Okay.
got dropped off in the black car, but I didn't think she was coming here until I walked in there and I said, "Hola, senor." I thought it was a man.
Although footage shows Janet drove and parked a car at the local bar and walked towards the rehab center, the roads connecting them are fairly busy, with a speed limit of 50 miles an hour and seemingly no
She said
sidewalks.
she pulled up in
It's
a black car, but that's showing that she walked. Oh, okay.
possible someone might have picked her up as a hitchhiker and dropped her off.
I can see that she dropped the car off, which hitchhiked to the place. Yeah, okay.
It's also possible
Or
that
had
this
somebody
eyewitness
pick
is
her up.
simply mistaken.
Nah, I wouldn't even think about
Wanna
it.
know
She'd
how
go
to
that
create
deep.
awesome
She probably
videos?
hitchhiked.
Check out motionarray.com. You
Who
can
knows
do
what
it
she
too.
did?
Titles easy.
Any other
Killed her
conversation you had
goddamn
with her
son.
today?
I'm sorry, that's all I got. Her mom's dropped her off a bunch of times, and all I know is she's just kind of problematic, you know?
How?
That, like when she was here, she wouldn't really listen. She'd get in arguments with other women that were here. You know, her sponsor would tell her to do things and she wouldn't do them.
Yeah.
You know, like being here, there's like a set of rules. If you want
Sure.
to be here because it's free, we don't charge nobody. And you
Yeah.
stay sober, you know, stay within the guidelines, and it was just never that way with her. So
Okay.
just kind of, she was always off the wall, kind of, I don't want to say crazy, but maybe mental health issues.
Did you see her like have anything with her when she showed up?
That little purse.
She
No,
should
she
have
just came with
got
a
some
t-shirt.
help
Yeah.
before this occurred. She should have got some help.
Yeah,
Well, she had like a zip-up sweatshirt on
We
when
gave
she
her
left. Oh, you guys gave her that?
We gave her that.
And she just had a t-shirt on and her
Yeah.
purse.
This obviously
And it's
ain't
freezing
enough.
out here.
Wasn't
Yeah, it is.
enough.
Not freezing, and I have a sweatshirt on.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate your help. Who owns this place? You and your dad?
My dad.
Your dad does. Where's he at?
I think he's at home right now.
Oh, okay. So I know the deputy on the phone kind of talk to you, but did you see her get here?
I didn't see her get here, no. She's been here before.
Okay.
But, I mean, like I told the other lady, she left and we told her mom to find her, like, actual, like a psychiatrist. Because her problem is just, like, it was beyond just drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, she actually crazy. She got something going on in that head. She should have never had a kid in the first place.
Janet's mother, Maria, in her plea to the court for her grandchildren's custody, seems to have taken the rehab worker's advice. In the order, she had requested rehab and psychiatric care for Janet, along with access to Janet's tax refund so Maria could use the money.
The way she act, how she good about it, I could tell she got a few screws loose. Like, she just not caring.
To support her kids while Janet was in psychiatric care. Maria had written to the court, if she has access to her tax refund, I'm afraid she will lose herself even more. The last thing I want is to lose her due to an overdose or in a drug-related incident.
Let me see, Maria, Janet's mother, to the court.
She needs rehab and psychiatric help to bring her back to who she was. Her kids need her. I really hope Janet will be able to come back from this to be able to fully parent her children. She needs more help than I can give her. Minutes after that conversation,
blame the courts too, because they should have listened right then and there. They should have took them kids away, gave it to the mom right there when she was trying to get the kids.
Officers discover the car Janet parked at the bar. They appear to break open the driver's side window and secure the vehicle. Based off the footage provided, they seem to find nothing alarming.
I was trying to not good news.
While these officers question individuals at the rehab center, Janet is simultaneously being questioned at the station. More interrogation footage will be viewed later, but from this roughly 30-second clip we received, it appears investigators are going through her phone call history and questioning her on who each number is connected to. You can also see they've supplied Janet her coffee as promised, along with what appears to be cupcakes. During police interrogations, it is vital that officers ensure suspects are taken care of so that they cannot reasonably claim in court that they were coerced into confessing.
Daniel told me that her mom was calling because they can't find her son, and her mom went to her house and saw blood.
Ooh.
I don't know how dramatic it was, but saw blood. I don't know where, but just saw blood.
So she
and
killed
they
her
can't
at the
find
house.
her son. And then she's over here, and Daniel, my brother, where's your son? He's with my mom. And her mom's calling over here saying he can't find her son. I mean, there was a bad connection there.
Let me go back real quick, because I'm trying to see that he say the mom went to her house, saw blood, and panicked, and was asking what's going on or something like that. Let me see. And then she moved the little boy somewhere. Okay, her mom went to her house. All right.
And her mom's calling over.
So why the mom didn't? Oh, the mom was the one that reported it, obviously.
Here saying he can't find her son. I mean, there was a bad connection there. I don't know if she's lying, crazy. I don't know. And her mom's crying and hysterical. No, she's not here. He's not here. Where the heck is he?
Do you know how many children she has?
Two.
Yeah.
Do we know where the other
she ain't do nothing to the other kid.
As far as I know, with her mother. Okay. And I think that was the whole dilemma, is they can't find her other son.
That's crazy. Gotcha. Now that other kid got to grow up without his sibling because the mom done killed his brother. For her.
So her mom went to her apartment and saw blood and went hysterical, and this is how this all started.
Did she seem like, from the previous Janet that you knew a couple of years ago, was it?
Yeah.
Compared to today, how was her behavior?
Drastically different, because she was always bubbly and loud and had this big, great laugh, kind of really annoying laugh, and talking to everybody, and she was just kind of with her hands in her pockets and quiet, and just went in and sat down and didn't talk to anybody really.
So she's not currently a resident. She doesn't have any private space or room here, correct? No. Is her sponsor here?
No.
Okay.
No, he's not here right now.
Does he normally live here, or is he still primarily living here?
He's the owner of this land.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I don't think he's here right now though.
Do you know if she was being disruptive today or causing any issues?
That's what I mean. It was kind of drastically different. She just kind of quiet and went, sat in the chair, and didn't talk to nobody.
We were actually coming back from a job site. My dad called me. He told me to call you guys because I guess she was here. I think Janet's mom probably called him and told him the situation, what was going on, that one of her sons was missing, and I think her mom ended up finding wherever she was staying. full of blood or something like that.
Okay.
So he told me to call you guys and to let you guys know, because I think she had filed a
Man,
report
oh,
already
man.
over there. And so he told me to call you guys, let you guys know that she was here. And well, he didn't tell me all that part until I got here. But yeah, so that's why I called you guys.
Was she on alcohol?
It was alcohol. Did I know it was alcohol, crystal, and probably everything in between.
Okay. She didn't go back into any rooms or anything?
No entró a ningún cuarto? Acá?
No creo.
Yeah, they didn't see her do it.
The officers continued to question individuals at the rehab center and search the property. Based off the footage we've obtained, they found nothing that hinted at Ariel's potential location.
Yeah, again, if we find anything on our own, I mean, well, if you guys got a card or call 311.
Yeah, where she put this kid at? They can't even find him.
Hours after bringing Janet to the station for further questioning, this footage shows some of the interrogation room.
Sorry, I was limiting the call.
Go here, good. I'm just gonna shut the door and walk.
Oh, okay.
Go grab some. Okay. Do you need anything? Just knock on the door, okay?
Based off the footage we were given, it appears that a more thorough interrogation took place on footage that has not yet been made public.
Problem is, it's recording right now, and it says
Most of the footage provided here showed very little contact with Janet. The video timestamps indicate that Janet was at the station for over 3 hours at this point.
She in there munching. Kid dead. She not saying nothing.
Food earlier? Do you want some tacos and stuff? Do you want me to get you some water with them? Okay. Do you like ice in it or no? No ice. Okay. Okay. You're welcome.
And then I need to look finding.
We haven't. And then so I'll let you know that you're going to be going to jail tonight.
Gonna be going to jail tonight.
Statements is what we're charging you with, okay? So I'm just wrapping up your paperwork.
She ain't even like making no emotion. She don't even know what's going on. She don't care. She'll go to the grave without telling where that little boy went. And she just eating the Mexican food. Eating the Mexican food. While her son missing. Man, I'd have smacked that goddamn Mexican food out of her goddamn hand.
Did you get some food? All right. So I think Tanya, Detective Johnson had told you that you were going to go to jail tonight. Okay. I want to take a picture of your hands because you had said you had hurt your nail or broke your nail or something. So I want to get a good picture. Which one were you talking about? Do you remember?
I don't remember it.
Okay, I'll just take a picture of them. Yeah, hold them. Yeah, like that.
No, excuse me.
Do you have any other injuries on your hands or anything? Okay. Alright.
Just want to go and turn around for me?
Bro, if they don't find this boy.
Right?
Yeah. Janet, these are going to go with you. This is the search warrant for your cell phone that we wrote, and then this is your citation for making false statements to public service. So these will go with you and go on your property at the jail.
Okay.
I'm going to just search you real quick, okay? So go ahead and turn around and face the door for me. Spread your legs for me.
Man.
What's that?
They gonna find it. They gonna find it. They
Great
got it.
ideas
At the
can
end,
come
we
from
gotta know
anywhere.
at the end of this video how much time she got and where this little boy went.
According to reports,
Okay.
officials issued an endangered missing persons advisory at midnight that day. This more locally focused alert was issued instead of an Amber Alert. According to news sources, Ariel's disappearance did not meet the federal requirements for an Amber Alert, which requires information like a potential suspect, vehicle description, and a
How
defined
is it
location
not? He's still missing.
of
Why,
where an
that's
abduction or
bullshit.
disappearance took place. Just before 6 o'clock in the evening of the following day, on March 28th, 2024, officials would unfortunately discover Ariel's
Whoa,
body
where
off
at?
of Interstate 5. He was
What?
found in a location that was roughly halfway between
Well, let me
Janet's
see. So this is the one we were looking at earlier. This the one she gave him at first. Said this her apartment. That's the bloody apartment where her mom found. This the one she gave him at first. Then she said some shit about this, but his body was right here. And the rehab center is right here. So, oh my God, that's like probably shoot 150 miles, huh? Yeah, it's 150 miles. Nah, that's more. I'm not sure. I ain't that goddamn smart.
Its allegedly blood-covered apartment and the rehab center she visited. The location of Ariel's body was an over 75-mile drive away from her apartment.
So
However, it is unclear if this was where she
was.
was staying when she left for the rehab center. Janet Garcia is being charged with first and second-degree murder, as well as an assault of a child. She has submitted a plea of not guilty, and she currently has a bail set to $3 million.
$3 million. She ain't never fucking getting out because you know her broke ass ain't got it.
At the time of editing this video, Janet's case is going through the court system, and a verdict and sentencing is yet to be determined. According to news reports, an autopsy revealed that Ariel was stabbed up to 41.
Autopsy reveals Ariel was stabbed at least 16 times and up to 41 times. Stabbed the little boy 41 times? What the little boy do for you to stab him 41 times? Boy, she better go under this jail, but it said it's still ongoing, so maybe it might be over.
Times and showed signs of defensive wounds. This story is unfortunately not an entirely unique one for the United States, and criticisms of custody laws continue to arise from situations like this. In this case, District 35 Representative Travis Couture criticized legislation during the events of this video that he sees as too lax. He shares that current legislation strictly keeps kids away from parents who use fentanyl, but other hard drugs do not qualify grounds for separation. He claims that, in the specific case of Ariel Garcia, had something like my bill been in place, that death might have been prevented. And
he not lying though. He not lying. He's not lying at all.
And added, we don't want instances like what we saw with this case with little Ariel where, you know, he's murdered. He's dumped like garbage on the side of I-5 like his life didn't matter. As extremely dark and devastating cases of this nature come to light, we hope that in publishing these stories, however tragic, it helps promote transparency in government, inform the public, and shed light on events like these.
That video is crazy. But I'm out, man. I'll see y'all boys in the next video.